So, hello everyone. Welcome to the revision today's computational thinking group. So, today we have with us Archit Samvad, who is the uh, TA from last 3 to 4 terms. So, if you have any doubt, please feel free to unmute and ask your doubt. So, Archit, you can proceed from here.
Okay.
Over to you.
Good evening, everyone. So we will practice for quiz one. Okay, we will go through the question paper of previous Jan term last year. Okay, so you can see the pattern, and along with, since I am not going through the summary slides because until and unless we solve the questions, those slides are useless. Okay, so along with me, along with each of the question, you can ask your doubt. If you have, then we will proceed with each question. Okay. So this is the first question. The following pseudocode is executed using the library dataset. What will B represent at the end of execution? Okay, tell me what is B? B is a variable, right? A is 0, count is initialized to 0. Now while table 1 has more rows, read the first row x in table 1. Count is equal to count plus 1, right? That means each card in the table is being counted. After counting each card, then we are going to line 6 and checking whether author is not Kalam and language is not English. If it is the case, then only we increment the value of A. Now just tell me, when will the value of A not be incremented? When will this condition become false? Yes.
Feel free to unmute and make the session interactive so that it also feels like it's not the only one. Yes.
Condition is false when the author is Kalam and language of the book is in English.
When the language of book is in English and the author is other than Kalam. Is it?
No, author is also Kalam.
Author is also Kalam and language is
Language is other than no, language is English.
Acha. In that case,
I think the negation would be author is Kalam or language is English.
or both,
Language is English
or both.
or both.
Suppose the author
So,
is Kalam and language is also English, then also it will
no,
fail.
no, but it is and. Now over here, the line 6 says and. So it
It
would be
is.
the
I am
negation of.
saying, when will this if become false? I am asking that.
So if it would be false if author is Kalam or language is English
Or
or both.
or
both.
both
Okay.
or both.
Why? Because since it is connected by and, when we negate this, when we want this to be false, so the negation of this author not equal to Kalam, this will be author is equal to Kalam. Okay. See, how do we negate? The negation of this sixth statement is author. Just a minute. Sorry. Huh. So author is equal Kalam. Okay. Or language is equal English. In these two conditions, it will fail. Either of them, either author is Kalam or language is English, it will fail. Or even both are true along simultaneously. Author is Kalam, language is English. In that case also, this will become wrong. It will become false. Understood? So this is checking only for A is counting only those books whose authors, tell me, whose authors are, yes, other than Kalam, right?
Yes, sir.
And tell me someone,
Language is not English.
language is not English. Okay. Author is not equal to Kalam and language is not equal to English. Then A is equal to A plus 1, right? So what should be the correct option?
Sir, last option.
Last option.
Why last option?
Because B represent total minus increment of
Yes, count minus A. Yes, yes, Nishant, you want to ask something? Yes. So it is count minus A. A was counting those books who were author is not Kalam and language is also not equal to English. Okay. Other than those, we can take author as Kalam, language as English, or both. Okay. So when we negate this, remove this from the total count, we are left with this part. Okay. So number of books that are written by author Kalam or in English or both. Is it okay?
yes, sir.
Is it the
Yes, sir.
correct option?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is in these situations, assess when it will become false. Just a minute. Okay. Any doubt in this question?
No, sir.
Next question. The following pseudocode is executed using the scores dataset. At the end of the execution of below pseudocode, if count 2 represents the number of male students whose physics marks are less than or equal to mathematics marks, then select the correct code fragment for A and B. Okay. What is count 2 storing?
Sir,
Number of male
constitution.
students whose
Who's
physics
with
marks are less than
less?
or equal to mathematics marks. Okay. So count 2, where first you have to see where is count 2 being calculated. So count 2 is being calculated in else part. Okay. So when will I come to else part? I will come to else part when it fulfills this condition. Okay. So for else part, when will I come? Two conditions I have to check. Okay. Now count 1. Let's see. Let's fill the option. If x dot gender equal f, okay, in place of, so if x dot gender is equal f, okay, or x dot mathematics, okay, greater than h dot physics. Okay, is this correct? Tell me.
No, sir.
No, sir, it's wrong.
Why?
Because it's their mathematics marks are greater than physics marks, so our condition is true. We don't go to count two.
We don't go to count 2.
Because
Basically, physics
whenever
marks should be greater than mathematics marks. Here, mathematics marks is greater, so it is false.
No, but count 2. What you are saying, count 2 represents the number of male students whose physics marks are less than or equal to mathematics marks. Okay, so this will become wrong. Then only I will come to else part now. Hmm? I want such a condition over here such that it becomes, when my correct part comes, it becomes false. Means when a male student with physics marks less than or equal to mathematics marks comes, this condition becomes false. Then only I will come to else part and increment the value of count. Understood? So I want such a condition over here such that when a male student, suppose that we have a male student coming, okay, with physics marks less than equal to mathematics marks. So this should be counted where? This should be counted in count 2.
count two.
Okay. So for this to be counted in count 2, I have to come to else part. Since I have to come to else part, this if has to fail line 4. इसे गलत होना
Yes, sir.
पड़ेगा.
Yes, sir.
So for this to become wrong, I have to put such a condition such that when we see male and physics marks less than equal to maths, I will come to else part. So if x dot gender, if I put this option first one over here, if x dot gender is equal f or x dot math greater than x dot physics. Okay. Now just tell me, when a student when a male student with physics marks less than equal to mathematics marks comes, will this condition hold? Will this if become correct or wrong? Tell me.
If becomes correct, I think.
Why? No.
If is wrong,
No, if is wrong.
If
Because
will
gender
become
is
wrong
female.
because
yeah,
x dot gender equal f. This becomes wrong. My
that part
gender
is
is m.
fine.
My gender is m. So this will become
Yeah,
wrong. Okay. Now x dot math greater than x dot physics. Will this become
that,
correct?
that should be the other way around. X dot math should be less than x dot physics in the if part.
Yes. Yes. Very nice. So what should be the? So this part is okay. So this is making this wrong. This condition, this part wrong. Now my this part also should be wrong, so that I can come to else. When two conditions are connected by or, it should be false or false. है ना? For the whole if to become false. So this has to become wrong. Now how do I make it wrong? X dot math
Physics marks should be
less
greater
than.
than mathematics
Yes,
marks.
yes. So I have to change this symbol. Instead of this, can I write this? है ना?
Yes,
Yes,
that's
that's right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's see if I have such option. Yes, third one.
Yes, it's
है ना?
Yes, sir. Third one.
This option. Why? Because if the gender is F, female, then the whole means story is over. Means I don't have to check for marks also, because I wanted male student. So if gender is F, whole condition is wrong. Or if the gender is male, okay, if the gender is male, this will become wrong. But I want physics marks less than equal to mathematics marks. So this condition, connected condition, should also become false. So such that I come to else part. Okay. Clear? So the major
Yes, sir.
role
Clear.
played over here over is by or. So just Keep these things in mind. Third option. Next question. Solve it. The following pseudocode is executed using this course dataset. What will A represent at the end of the execution? So similar type of questions I have done in my classes. Means those of you have attended, we know that. So A is 0. Now while pile 1 has more cards, read the top card X from pile 1. Okay. So we have initialized A as 0 while pile 1 has more cards. So we'll see all the cards. A is equal to A plus is in sequence. What is this
Procedure.
procedure? Very nice. This is a procedure. So this is a task that we give someone else to do. Procedure is something. So this is the name of the procedure is in sequence. And the card X is being passed as a parameter. So this X is called parameter. This is passed over here to this procedure. As you can see, procedure is in sequence. Now, since whatever this will return, this procedure will return, I will come back over here and add. Okay. So first let's see what is it returning. First we will do the procedure. If x dot mathematics is greater than x dot physics. Okay. So what is it checking? Yes.
Mathematics score is greater than physics score.
Okay, so mathematics score is greater than physics score. After that, when this if becomes correct, I come to this if. Since this if statement, line 10 is within line 9 if. Okay, so until and unless this line 9 if this becomes correct, I cannot come here. So suppose my mathematics marks is greater than physics marks, then it will come to line 10 and check. What will it check? It will check if physics marks is less than chemistry marks. Or other way around, you can say chemistry marks is greater than physics marks. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now suppose
Yes, sir.
if this also becomes correct, it will return me 1. So this 1 comes over here and adds here. Okay. Now suppose either of the if was wrong. Okay. So it will come out and return 0. Okay. Means both if conditions have to be correct for me to return 1. This 1 is returned only when these two conditions are met. So basically, what are these two conditions checking? It
Sir,
is
lowest
checking.
in physics marks.
It is checking physics with mathematics.
Lowest physics
Lower,
marks.
yes, and with chemistry also. Means chemistry physics is lower than mathematics also. Physics is lower than chemistry also. That means physics is the
Lowest marks all
least.
over the subjects.
Is it okay? So it is counting number of students with lowest marks in physics among the 3 subjects. Is it okay? Fourth option. Yes. Is this option correct?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Anyone having doubt? Okay. Yes, tell me anyone. What is happening? Hmm? Hello. Am I audible? Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you please tell me how is this working? Solve it. No one will solve. Do I have to solve? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Now please unmute yourself and you can speak out. If you are wrong, then doesn't matter. We are here to solve it. I am not grading anyone. Yes. Has anyone seen this before? The pseudocode? Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, yes, sir. I've seen.
Solve it.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
I'm having a little confusion over the eighth row actually. So suppose, okay, we are doing like I is less than or equals to x count. Okay, if this is true, and we are entering the next loop, like if ith letter is x dot word is vowel, even if this is true, the next condition would be like if a should be true, right? Then only we
Hmm.
can increasing a b.
Hmm.
Then only we can just making a
Yes.
b as a true. So does
Yes.
it work? Like
Yes.
But initially we have like we have initially false the value, like we are making a as a false. So how it is gonna be true here?
Can you see the sentence I've written?
There is a moon in the sky. Yeah.
Okay. So this is, suppose this is my data set.
Mhm.
Okay. Take the first word there.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's take there. I is equal to I is equal to 1 for every word. When we come, we iterate through the data set one by one.
Mhm.
We come and initialize I is equal to 1 by 1,
Okay.
because this while loop iterates through each of the letter of the word. What is
Mhm.
the letter count of there? 5.
Hmm.
I is now 1. 1 less than equal to 5. Is it correct?
Yes.
So I will see. So I will now enter the loop, this while loop. If
Mhm.
ith letter of x dot word is a vowel, ith letter means I is 1. So first
Hmm.
letter. Is the first letter a vowel?
No.
No, sir.
Where will I go?
Else.
A is equal to false, which is already
False.
false. Is it okay?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Then I is equal to,
1.
and I is equal to I plus 1.
Equal to
Increment.
2.
So that we can go to the next letter.
Mhm.
Okay, again it will go to while. Now the value of I will be 2.
2.
2 less than equal to 5? Yes.
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 Then it will again come inside. Check if ith letter of word is a vowel. That means second letter. Is H a
Mhm.
vowel?
No.
No. Again it will go to else part. A is equal to false. I is equal to I plus 1.
Mhm.
Similarly, I will become now 3.
3.
Hmm.
Yes. I will become 3. Then 3 less than equal to 5. Correct?
Correct.
If ith letter of x dot word is a vowel. E is a vowel.
Yeah.
Yes. Now
Yes.
this becomes correct. It will now come inside and check if A.
Mhm.
Is A true?
Yes. No. Right now
Not yet.
false.
Not yet. Not yet.
हाँ.
Right?
Mhm.
Abhi nahi hai. So we will skip this. So this is wrong. I will come to this part. Make A is equal to true. Now A will become,
True. Yes.
okay.
Mhm.
Now since I have visited if, I will not go to else.
Mhm.
Okay. Since I have visited if, I will not go to else part. Okay. I will, this was correct. So I will directly come over here to I is equal to I plus 1. So I
Mhm.
will now, I will become 4. Okay. R. Next letter is R. Is it a
Excuse
vowel?
me, sir. No, sir, it is not.
No,
No.
it is not a vowel. So I will go to where? Else part. Yes, for this one.
Yeah.
This time I will go to else part and make A is equal to false again.
Mhm.
Okay,
Understood.
understood. So what
Yeah.
is happening? Can you analyze something?
So we are counting the vowel part only.
But why did I make A true and made it false again? You will get that. So after
Mhm.
this again, next letter I is equal to I plus 1, I will become 5. Okay. Next is
Mhm.
E. Again for that it will become what? Tell me.
Again, A becomes
Again
true.
it is a vowel.
A.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
But if A, since A is false right now, B will not become true. It will come here, make A is equal to true.
True.
Again A will become true.
Mhm.
But when it comes over here, I is equal to I plus 1, I becomes 6. Okay. 6 less
Mhm.
than equal to 5. No. Over. So for this word I am over. When I go to the next word, so I will, before going, I will check if B, was B made true anywhere? No. Since
No.
B is false, I will not count. I will go to the next word. Okay.
Mhm.
Over here directly. Okay. So I will do these things, repeat these things again for is. Okay.
Mhm.
So same will happen with is. Okay. Same things will happen with is. Firstly, A, it is false. When it sees a vowel, it will make A as true. But when it sees next letter S is not a vowel, it will again make A as false. Understood?
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now come to the word moon. Okay. Now come to this word moon. The first letter M, it is not a vowel. A remains false. Next letter O is a vowel. I will make it A as true. Just see things. How is it working? If ith letter of the word, second letter, is the second letter a vowel? Yes. If A was false. Okay, so I did not visit over here and made A is true. Okay, this part. Is it clear? I is equal to I plus 1. I becomes 3. I will go to the third letter. This this O I visited. I will now visit this O. Third letter. Okay. Now when I come over here, this part, line 7, it will again become true.
Yes, sir.
Yes. If third letter of the word is a vowel. O is also vowel. Now, now just see. If A. Now will this become correct? A is true. You can
Yeah,
see.
it is correct.
So this time it will become correct and make B also correct. So B will also become true. Understood? Now I will come outside, make A as true. So A is already true. Then I will go to the next one, next letter. That is N. Is it a vowel? No. It will come to else part, make A as false. So just see, when did I make B as true? So this B, since I made B true once in a word, it will now never become false. So for one word, when did I make B as true? When I got two O's
Two
or
O's
two
parallelly.
vowels consecutively,
Mm-hmm.
one after the other. So if I find at least two consecutive vowels in any word, at least one pair also, I will increment that count. Okay. Now since my B is correct, moon, all I have seen all the letters, I will come
Yes.
here. If B, yes, B is true, so I will increment the value of count. Okay. So it is the number of words with at least one pair of vowels occurring consecutively. The first option itself. Okay, everyone.
Yes. Understood.
Clear, everyone? Can you put thumbs up, everyone? Anyone wants
So
to ask
can
something?
you please repeat the same procedure for the first word, THERE? Why is it not counting A to be true in the first word?
Why it is counting A to be true? When I get a vowel, it will make A as true. But if I don't get a vowel, the letter next to it. Okay, if I get a letter that is a vowel, I will make A true. But the very next letter, if it is not a vowel, I will make A as false. Understood? I want consecutive vowels, two consecutive vowels. Then only A will remain true and it will also make B as true. समझे? When I see T, A is false only. When I see H, A is false. When I see E, I make A as true over here. Okay. But when I again see in the next iteration, when I see R next letter, it is not a vowel. So this if becomes wrong, so I will come here and make again A as false. Okay. But in the case of moon, as you saw that there were two consecutive vowels. So for this first O, I made A as true. When I went again, I again saw that I have again one more vowel. So this if became correct and this if A. So A was true due to previous letter to be vowel. So since A was true, it made B also true. That means I found two vowels consecutively. That is the meaning. If I don't find two consecutive vowels, it will make the previous A false again. Understood? So this is how we are working. So it is the number of words with at least one pair of vowels occurring consecutively. At least one also if we find, then we will increment. Yes, this one. The following pseudocode is executed using the word staple. At the end of the execution, count stores the number of pairs of nouns such that both nouns have either the same letter count or both end with a full stop. Choose the correct code fragment to complete the pseudocode. Tell me. Yes, how do we make the pairs? What is the condition given? Tell me.
So x dot parts of speech must be equal to y dot parts of speech.
X dot.
X dot parts of speech must be equal to y dot parts of speech
Okay.
and with same letter count. So x dot letter count equal to y dot letter count.
So in statement 1, what should be there?
Anything, sir. Anything on in these two, x dot letter count or y dot x dot parts of speech pairs.
And in okay, so anything in statement 1 or firstly noun. You can see that these two ifs are connected. अगर ये गलत होता है, if this becomes wrong, then I will come here and check for this. But these two if and else are inside this if, line 9. So firstly I have to check for, so what is the basic criteria, base common among those things, common among the conditions? It has to be noun. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Common thing that I want, I have to make noun pairs. So the common between them is noun. Among noun, either same letter count or both ending with full stop. Is it? Let's see the options. Statement 1 is X part of speech is equal Y part of speech. What does that mean? We are checking for noun. Is it?
Yes.
Part of speech when we are comparing of X and Y, and we know that X is a noun. So we are making pairs of the same part of speech word, that is noun. Okay, after that, in the second one, you are checking for letter count. And in the third one, you are checking if both end with a full stop. Okay. So among these two, you can interchange. Among statement 2 and statement 3, you can interchange. But statement 1 has to remain part of speech. Okay. Why I am saying so? As I said, since this if is the outer if, line 9. Okay. So these two statement 2 and statement 3 will come inside line 9. So line 9 has to be the common one. What is the common criteria? It has to be noun. And how are we checking? Since it is checking for part of speech as noun for X, I have to just compare. So over here in statement 1, I am checking for X dot part of speech is equal Y dot part of speech. Yes. Now, since I have checked that it is noun, in statement 2, I can either check for letter count, check for letter count, है and in statement 3, if letter count is not same, I will check for both ending with a full stop. Okay. Now if you are hearing carefully, now you can tell me whether can I interchange these two statements. Can I move this checking of full stop to this over here and checking of letter count to over here? Can I do that?
Yes, sir, we can do.
Yes. Either of them you check first, doesn't matter because they are connected by if else. Okay. So it doesn't matter. Statement 2 can be letter count, checking for letter count or checking for full stop. Statement 3 can be also. So either of them you assign to both of the statements. Since in our option we have statement 1 as part of speech over here, only in one option. So this is the correct one. Rest of them are checking, the statement 1 are checking for full stop or letter count. No. Statement 1, since it is the outer if, that it has to be common. So firstly this has to be correct. Then only I will check for statement 2 and then statement 3. Okay. These two can be interchanged, statement 2 and statement 3. Either of them you check first. But this checking of noun has to be done first. This is mandatory position of statement 1. Okay. So this is the correct option. Clear everyone? Yes?
Yes,
It
sir,
is okay?
clear.
Next one. Yes. Tell me. Anyone? How to solve? Anyone who would like to tell?
So it seems A has to be true,
Mhm.
and either B or C or D has to be true.
Either of
And
them.
let's say, yeah, at least one subject. So
Sir,
Okay.
A and B or C or D.
D, yeah.
Acha,
They should be
which one is mandatory? Which one
A,
has to
A.
be mandatory
A
be true?
is
A is
mandatory.
mandatory.
Okay. After that,
In
but
three, any
have
of them.
scored below the subject average in at least one subject. Okay.
Or C, B
Means
or C or D.
means at least I want B to be true or C to be true or D to be true. At least one of them should be true, right? Okay. So suppose, will this work?
Yeah, yeah, sir, it works.
If A and, since A is mandatory, I have to connect A by and. A has to be mandatory, so A is connected by and. Okay. And among these, B, C, or D, either of them can be true. So this is okay. Understood? Correct option. Anything else? No. A cannot be connected by or because A is mandatory. Not B and C and D. No. This is also wrong. Then no. The first one only. Okay. Everyone understood? How is it working? Count captures the number of students whose total marks are more than the class average. Okay. Class average is the of total marks, that is ABGT. So this has to be greater for those students. So this A is mandatory. Okay. Among these, since we are checking them in different ifs, these are not dependent on each other. We are checking for each subject separately. If either of them is true, since we have initialized them to false, if either in mathematics, physics, or chemistry the average is less than the class average of that subject, then I will make the respective variables B, C, and D as true. Okay, so this has, since A is has to be mandatory true. Okay, so it is connected by and since among these anyone what will A represent at the end of the execution? Tell me. Question number 7. Anyone? Sum T is 0, count T is 0, B is 0. Okay. While table 1 has more rows, so we will iterate through each of the rows of the table. Read the first row X in table 1, count T is equal to count T plus 1. Sum T is equal to sum T plus letter count. So what are these two storing? Can anyone tell me? Yes.
So number of cards and number of letters.
Number of cards and the total letter count of the data set. Okay. So sum T, what is sum T storing? Storing, it is storing the total letter count of data set. Is it fine? And count T, since we are iterating to each of the rows, so for each row, that is for each card, it is incrementing the count. So count T is storing the total number of cards. Total number of cards or total number of words, whatever you can say. Okay. Now, when I do sum T by count T, what will be stored?
Average letter count.
Average letter count of data set. After calculating all these, we have sum s is equal to 0, count s is equal to 0, a is equal to 0, and c is equal to 0. Now for each card, yes, now we are iterating again through all the rows. Count s is equal to count s plus 1. Is it fine? Sum s is equal to sum s plus x dot letter count. Till and after that, I am checking for a condition if x dot word ends with a full stop. Okay. Now I am doing these things. We are counting the word. We are counting the letter count. We are adding up. Until when? We are doing this until we find a word with a full stop. We find a word with a full stop. That means we have come to the end of the sentence. When we come to the end of the sentence, I will do c is equal to sum s by count s. What is this sum s and what is this count s? When we find the full stop, tell me. Anyone?
So words that end in this sentence.
Sum s is the sum of letter count of that particular sentence.
Yeah, yes.
And count s is the number of words in that sentence. So c is storing the average letter count of that particular sentence. After that, in line 17, I am checking if it is less than the average letter count of the data set. So if the average letter count of that particular sentence is less than b, then I will increment the value of a by 1. Okay. After that, I will come outside. For new sentence, for the another sentence, I will make sum s is equal to 0, count s is equal to 0. That means reinitialize for next sentence. Is it fine? Okay. So where is it when it is incrementing the value of a is equal to a plus 1? Tell me, what is a storing? What is a counting? Can anyone tell? Finally, what a is capturing?
Average letter count of a sentence should be less than average letter count of the data set.
Oh yes, so it is counting that particular sentence. So how you can frame the sentence? That it is counting the number of sentences having average letter count less than the average letter count of the data set. Yes. So am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's see the options. Which option? Tell me.
So second option.
Yes, correct. Number of sentences with average letter count less than the average letter count of data set. Fine. Clear to everyone? Anyone having doubt? You can unmute and speak. Yes. Anyone? Is it clear? If it is clear, you can put a thumbs up. You please unmute and speak. No problem. Next question. Procedure minisum accepts 3 numbers as parameters and returns the sum of two smallest numbers. Choose the correct code fragment to complete the procedure. So 3 numbers it's taking and calculating the sum of two smallest numbers. Means removing the largest one. So if a is greater than c and a is greater than b, then we are summing up b and c. If a is greater than c and a is greater than b, means b and c are the least two numbers. Okay. Similarly, how will I do for, so if this becomes wrong, then I have options for b to be greater or c to be greater. So I will check the same things. check like this only under else part. Okay, so which one is correct?
Sir, option 1 seems correct.
Option 1, is it correct? What do you think?
Yes,
I
sir.
will show you the other options also. Just see these two options. Among these, which one you feel is correct? Hmm?
Sir, option
This
1.
one? Yes, option 1. Why?
B is greater than both A and C, so we are
Suppose
adding the.
let's take uh, 8, B as 10, C as 5. Okay. So if A greater than C, is 8 greater than 5? Yes. And A greater than B, is 8 greater than 10? No. So where will I come? If so, this if becomes wrong. I will come to else part according to this first option. Okay. Under else part, I will check if B is greater than C. That means 10 greater than 5. I will check 10 greater than 8. Is it true?
Yeah, it's true.
So what am I adding? A and C, which is the least two ones. So 5 plus 18. 8 plus 5, 5 plus. This is 13. Okay. So it is giving me this as the correct one. Now let's execute with the rest. So this, some options will give you correct answer for one or two example, but for not all. Okay. So just keep those things in mind. You will feel like it is correct, but it is not. This one, what will happen? This is not under else. That's why it is wrong. You can see this whole part. It is a different if. So after execution of this one, it will again come and execute this part. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And when this becomes wrong, it will again do sum is equal to a plus b. We have already done, if suppose this was correct, okay, I have done sum is equal to b plus c, okay, but after doing that, since this is out, this is not in else part, this is separate if, it will check this also. If this becomes wrong, it will come to else part, make sum is equal to a plus b. Originally it was b plus c, now it has made a plus b, so this makes it wrong. Understood why second option is wrong and why
Yes,
this
sir.
is correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is wrong. No, these things are wrong. How will I sum up before checking only? Okay, so that's wrong. We cannot do that. Next one. This was 8. Yes. See and tell me. The following pseudocode is executed using the Olympics dataset. Procedure: do something accepts a table of rows which contains rows of the same player. Assume that the player has won at least 2 medals and only 1 medal in any year. What will B minus A represent at the end of the execution? Yes.
What is A and B? B minus A.
Okay. So just see procedure: do something, table 1. Okay. Assume that the player has won at least 2 medals and only 1 medal in any year.
Okay.
What is this? Tell me. Do something accepts a table of rows. So what the table T1 is having contains rows of the same player. So we have the same player there. Okay. Assume that the player has won at least 2 medals and only 1 medal in any year. How is this possible? Yes.
Each year he must have one medal.
Okay. What will B minus A represent at the end of the execution? Okay. A is 2030, B is also 2030. While table 1 has more rows, read the first row Z from table T1. If Z dot year is less than A, B is equal to A is equal to Z dot year. Okay. Then
So B minus A will give him number of years he has won the medals, more than 2 medals. 2 or more than 2 medals.
okay, let's
Because
see. If Z dot year is greater than A and Z dot year is less than B.
so from first time he won the medal to the last time he won the medal.
So which is capturing the first time?
A. Because then
A.
the A will initialize to Z dot year.
Because we are comparing like this. Just yes, we are comparing for lesser one. If it is less than A is being replaced with the lesser one. So A will have the, what will A have? Least one. Yes, least year means the least value of the year, oldest year, is it? In which he won the medal.
Yes, sir.
Now, if Z dot year is greater than A and Z dot year less than B, okay, then what it is checking for? B is equal to Z dot year. That means it is checking for
B will be great
Latest
number of
year.
years.
is it the latest year
Yes.
or the second, first or second medal or the latest?
B will be the
See the
latest
options.
medal.
Okay, let's make table. Suppose there's a player 1. Okay, he won 2004 one medal. Okay, since it's given only 1 medal in any year. Okay, 2024 1 medal, 2016, 2006. Okay, like these I have 4. Okay, 4 value, 5. Let's take 5 values. 2008. Let's see. If Z dot year is less than A, is 2004 less than A? Less than
Yeah,
2030?
yeah.
So B will become A. What is the value of A?
2030.
2030. A will become z dot year, that is 2004. Is it? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
After that, if z dot year is greater than a, again since these are two different ifs, I will check here also. Means if 2004 is greater than 2004, is it okay? No. So this is, I will not do anything over here. What is a having right now? 2004. Z dot year 2004. Is 2004 greater than 2004?
No.
No. I will go to the next one, 2024. Okay. Is 2024 less than a? No. Okay.
No, sir.
It will come to if line 9, z dot year greater than a. 2024 greater than 2004? Yes. 2024 less than 2030? Yes. So B will become 2024. Okay. Next one, 2016. Is 2016 less than 2004? No. Then I will come to line 9. If z dot year, that is 2016 greater than 2004? Yes. And z dot year less than B. Is 2016 less than 2024? So this will now get replaced by
Yes.
2016. So basically what it is calculating, tell me. When I will come to 2006, again it will replace this B. It is greater than 2004, less than this. So again this will become 2006. Okay, when it comes to 2008, no one will become correct. Okay, so since 2008 is not less than 2004 and 2008 does not lie between 2004 and 2006. So my final values of A and B are these two. And what are these two from this table? Can you tell me?
First and second time you won the medal.
Yes, so what should be the answer?
The
Sir,
gap
option
between
E.
first and second.
Year gap between the
First
first and
medal.
second medal won by a player.
Yes, sir.
Simple. So if you get confused, just take 2, 3, 4 examples and you can solve. Question number 10. What is it checking? The given pseudocode is executed using the Olympics table. What will count represent at the end of the execution?
So it is saying number of picks of players whose names are different, but nationality and medals are same.
Yes. So it is checking for pairs of players. Okay. It is counting those pair of players who name different players whose nationality same and the medal they won, that is also same. Number of pairs of players having the same nationality and same medal. Yes, since it is connected by and, so this one. Which option among these? Yes.
Sir, option 2.
Option number 2. Very good. When we have two while loops, when we are moving one thing to table 2, I'm just giving you a hint. And when we, in the second while loop, when we are moving something to table 3, we are going through checking each of the pairs. Means comparing each object. Okay, suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I compare like this. And then I remove one, then I compare like this. Understood? So this is how this while works, nested while. Okay, so I make pairs
Yes.
of each of them and check. So we are checking for pairs of player whose names are different players, but nationality is same. Middle one is also same. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Question number 11. Yes, tell me for this question. The given pseudocode is executed using the shopping bills dataset. Frac stores the ratio of the number of customers who purchased both bread and milk to the number of customers who purchased milk, only milk. Okay. Choose the correct code fragment to procedure has item to complete the pseudocode. Okay. So frac B count by M count. What is B count containing? Tell me.
A customer who bought both milk and bread.
So
Bread and
this when do we reach here? When we reach here after passing this, that means that customer has bought milk also and bread also. Only milk is being counted in M count, and both bread and milk is being counted in B count. So this is okay. Has item. Now I have to check for has item if it is correct or not. C is false if while card Y has more items. Read an item Z from item list of card Y. If Z dot item is equal A. So what is A? A is the parameter passed. It can pass milk. Okay, has items. As you can see, this is a procedure X comma milk. So milk, this comes over here. Okay, and it is checking. If Z dot item is equal A, C becomes true, else C is equal to false. Is this okay? No. Why? This is not okay. Why?
Because C has to be true. Milk,
Suppose this
both,
is milk.
both.
Okay, this is butter. Okay, this is peanuts. So when it comes to milk, it will make CS true. Okay, but when it comes to the next item, butter, it will check for if it is milk. If it is not, then it will come to else part and make CS false. That I don't want. If I found that item, I have to remain C as true. So is this option correct or wrong? This is wrong. Yes. Hello.
Yes, sir.
So after checking for milk, I don't want to make it false again. So I want it to be true. So this else part, what will it do when I go to the next items, which is not milk? It will come to else part and make C as false. That I don't want. Okay. So I want C to be remain true. So this option is wrong. Next one. Yes. Now over here, if it finds milk, if it milk or bread, whatever item name I pass in A, it will make C as true. And after that, for next items, whether it is whether this if becomes okay or not okay, C will remain true overall. That means at least once in that bill I found that item milk or bread. Understood? So this is okay. This option, no. Initial, it has been initialized to C as true. It should be false. Initially, so this is wrong. Same thing over here. Same thing? No, I cannot see. Just a minute. C is true. Okay, if it is, if I find an item, I will make it false, and at last I will return not C. Okay, so is this correct or not? Last option.
Yes, it is. It is also correct.
Why? Just the opposite of second option we are doing. Just see the places. Initialization may I have done true. When I find that item, I make C as false. So when I reach here and my value of C is false, that means I have encountered that item. Okay. Then it returns not C. Okay. Not C means if the value of C is false, not C will return me
True.
yes. Understood? So it is giving me the same thing that I wanted. So this option is also correct. Yes, one question regarding this will definitely come, sanity of data. Just see this. Sanity of data means how my data is clean or how it is well, it is structured, how what pattern it follows, that I have to adhere to. Okay, I have to align with that. So card number, can the card number be XYZ ever?
No, sir.
So this is wrong. Should be integer, whole number, or I can say should be whole numbers. Word, can the word be like this?
No, this is also wrong.
Part of speech, noun. Is this okay?
Yes, sir. It is
Yes.
okay.
Letter count -5.
Wrong.
So which all? Row 1, row 2, and row 4. The data type is okay, it should be integer, but the value it has taken -5, that is wrong. Okay, so this option, incorrect data type of letter count, this is not okay. The data type is correct. The data type is integer. That is correct. Okay, clear? Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
One more thing, when it comes to date of birth in the scores dataset, you might have seen like this. Is this correct? Have you seen this in the score dataset? No. When it can come in the question, in this part only, date of birth. Over here it will return date of birth, and over here it will be written like this. So is this correct?
No, sir, wrong.
No, because it is written like this. Okay, half in abbreviation. So you cannot change the pattern of the dataset. So this also violates sanity. You don't have to write full November. It is 30 NOV or 30 oct OCT, like that, MAR, like that, when you see the dataset. Okay. The following pseudocode is executed using the scores dataset. At the end of the execution, count captures the number of pairs of students having either same gender or from the same city but not both. But the pseudocodes may have mistakes. Identify all such mistakes. Tell me, where are the mistakes? I have to make pairs of students who are from who are same genders or from same city but not both. Remember this, not both. And tell me, where are the mistakes? Just see and tell.
Sir, in line 13, there is a mistake.
This has to be false while initialization. Yes. Anywhere else?
And there should be R, they are given and there. In line
Where?
20.
Here. Over here you are saying?
Yes, sir.
It has to be or. Let's see what happens with this and. I will assess two conditions. A is true, B is also true. If A and not B, what will it give me? False? Yes. Not A and B, that means false and true. It will also overall give me false. So false and false, it is giving me false, that I wanted, since I don't want both to be true simultaneously. Is it okay? Now, suppose I make B as false. So this should return me true. Either of them I wanted to be true, either gender or city town. So this is my correct case. Let's see whether this is working or not. If A and not B, that means if T and not B means, not F means true. So true and true, it will give me true overall. And not A and B, not A and B, what does that mean? Hmm? Tell me. Not A will give me false since A is true, and
So
B, that is
false.
already false. So false and false, it will give me false. T and F, it will combined with and, it will give me false. So this is giving me false for my correct condition also. So this, there is some mistake in this. And what is the mistake? This part. This has to be or. When I do this or, then this will work perfectly. Okay. Then T or F. See, T or F. T or F combined, what will it give me? Which I wanted. Is it clear? So I have to remove the and over there. So what are the mistakes? Line 13, incorrect initialization of B. Line 18, incorrect update of B, that is wrong. Line 20, incorrect condition. It should return 0. Line 21, why will it return 0? It should return 1 only. Okay. So which all lines are having error? Line 13 and line 20. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Last question. The following pseudocode is executed using the dataset similar to Word's dataset based on the following paragraph. So the paragraph is given over here. This is the paragraph. Okay, earlier. What would be the value of count at the end of the execution of the above pseudocode? Assume that uppercase and lowercase are ignored during comparison of letters. Okay, so this is an important link. You have to ignore the uppercase and lowercase. Flag has been set to true. Okay, if flag. So since flag is true, I will enter. If first letter of x dot word is S, is the first letter of word, is it S? Yes. Then if second letter of word is U, yes, it is U only, then it will increment the value of count by 1. So count becomes 1. Next, flag is equal to false. Flag will now become false. Okay. So flag now so now flag has become false. So value of flag is false. If x dot word ends with a full stop, flag is equal to true. Is the word ending with a full stop surrounded? No. So after this first word surrounded, I have made flag is equal to false. Okay. And when will again flag become true? Anyone?
After it reaches the word birds, or
After it reaches
reaches
birds.
the
Yes,
end.
very nice. That means the end of the sentence. When it reaches the end of the sentence, again flag will become true. Until then, it will never enter this part. After surrounded till birds, it will never enter this part because flag had been false during that time. After birds, which is ending with a full stop, flag will again become true, and it will, for the next new sentence, flag will again be set to true. So for each sentence, flag is set to true, and very first word, and whichever word in first word is having su, only that is counted. As you can see, only surrounded was counted, Susan was not counted because flag had been set to false. Understood? So for this sentence, this is the second sentence over here starting. So we will count SU. Again, count will become 2. Okay, so such moments underline the significance of embracing simple joys in life, full stop. Now again, flag had been set to false during this time, during this whole statement. Then after this full stop, again flag has been set to true. Rustling in the trees suggest, yes, I got one more. Count becomes 3. So now after this, for this whole sentence, again till sustenance, I will not count sustenance because flag had been false. After full stop, again I have so this is for third sentence. Now for fourth, after this sustenance, again for new sentence, surely, yes. So again it is counted for the beauty of the sunrise. I will not count this because flag has been set to false. After surely, only I will take the first word of each. I will take the first word, means I will take a word of that sentence, only the first one, first word which is starting with su. Okay, what would be the value of count at the end of the execution? Okay, so tell me, what is the value? Surrounded, such, such is counted. See, surrounded is taken, such is taken, then suggest is taken,
Suggest,
surely is
surely.
taken. So four words, 4 times. So I increment the value of count 4 times. So the answer should be, just enter 4 and submit. Okay, is it clear? Any doubt on this question?
Sir, which year PYQ is this?
Last year, January term. Okay, so any doubt you are having from your side? So all the questions we have done, all the concepts were in this only. Anything you want to ask from your side? Anyone?
Sir, I have a doubt. When we go for initialization in
Hmm.
while loop, I has to be 1 or I has to be 0, because sometimes
Where?
it's 0, sometimes it's 1. So
Where?
like in graded assignment 4, we had a question.
Just a minute. Now let me save this first. Okay. Graded.
Graded assignment 4, question number 7.
Hmm.
Line number 17.
That is the error.
Yes.
You have to take out the
So,
error.
yes, sir.
Hmm. So I said na I0. We don't want 0. Why? Because see, we are checking ith letter of x dot word. Okay. ith लेटर मीन्स 0th लेटर होता है किसी चीज का, नहीं होता है ना। किसी वर्ड जैसे एरर ही है, एक वर्ड है, इसमें लेटर काउंट कितने हैं 5। व्हाट इज द लेटर काउंट 5। इफ आई इनिशियलाइज आई विद 0, इज देयर एनीथिंग 0th लेटर? नो, सो दिस इज रॉन्ग।
No, sir.
तो आई को हमेशा 1 से शुरू करते हैं। ये हुआ फर्स्ट वाला, सेकंड, थर्ड, फोर्थ, फिफ्थ, इस तरीके से। इसीलिए हर बार हम आई को इंक्रीमेंट भी करते हैं ताकि हम एंड तक जा सकें। जब वो 6 होगा तो ऑटोमेटिकली स्टॉप हो जाएगा, देन स्टॉप्स। ठीक है, जैसे ही 6 होगा वो फिर से वहां जाएगा, ये रॉन्ग हो जाएगा वाइल इट विल एंड ओवर हियर एंड इट विल रिटर्न द वोवेल काउंट। ठीक है निशांत?
Because the thing that confused me, because it on the line number 18 it said na while I is less than equal to z dot letter.
हाँ, सो इट इज चेकिंग आफ्टर, जैसे 5 के बाद आर पे रुकना है, उसे कैसे पता चलेगा, है ना? कैसे पता चलेगा आर पर रुकना है? तो वो काउंटर है, आर पर जाने के बाद 5 लेस देन इक्वल टू 5 आर तक जाएगा। जब वो आर, उसके बाद जब फिर से आई इक्वल टू आई प्लस 1 करेंगे, देन आई विल बिकम 6। सो 6 less than equal to 5, then it will become wrong and it will stop the while.
Okay. 5 letter z.
Sir, I have one doubt in mock. Actually,
Where?
yes, sir, in mock question number. Yes, sir, question number 9. Question number 9 and 11, sir. Yeah, I have two doubts.
Nine and
11.
What is the doubt?
So here I don't understand why I feel the option was A, but answer is given option as B. So I don't feel how I did.
Yes, because there can be 2 books with maximum number of pages. Okay, so these are the pages. See the first one. If x dot pages is equal a, is 250 equal a? No. If x dot pages greater than a, is 250 greater than a? Yes. So a will contain 250, b will become 1. Okay.
Okay.
Next one. Next book is book 2, 300. Is 300 equal a? A is having 250. Is 300 equal 250?
No.
It will go to line 7. If x dot pages greater than a, that is 300 greater than 250, is it?
Yes, sir, it is true.
What will happen? A will now become
300.
B will become 1 only. Since it's initialization, so B will 1. Next one, book 3, 275. Is it equal 300? No.
No, sir.
275 greater than 300?
No.
Then nothing will happen. Next one, book 4, 300 equal a? Yes.
Yes.
No, it will become correct. Okay, so B is equal to B plus 1. So B will become 2. That means I got 2 books with the maximum number of pages.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Next one. Let A be an author who had written a book in the library and B be a positive integer value. Okay. So C is capturing the latest year in which he has written the book, latest year of publication of his book, because it is comparing every time greater than the previous one. greater than 1900. Okay, and D is 2022. So D is capturing the minimum one. Okay, so C is having the book published in latest year, D is having the book published in the oldest year, and we are checking if the difference is greater than equal to the given positive integer, then we will return true. Is it clear?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Yes, Mukesh.
Sir, I was joined too later after eight questions solved. So,
You will be sent the recording link, don't worry.
in YouTube, yeah,
In YouTube itself,
I think YouTube पे
you
नहीं
will be
आता.
sent the recording. You will be sent the recording.
Thank
Okay. Okay.
Okay, the session get over. Thank you, Archit, for the amazing session. Hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you for being here for a lot of time. So, all the best for your quizzes. Anybody want to ask any questions, any suggestions? Feel free to point out, or I will stop the recording. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.